Okay, Jimmy, this is what I want you to do. Come over here to headquarters. I'm going to give you an envelope. Going to be some cash in that envelope. I want you to walk down to 22nd Street, go down to the harbor, under the bridge there. You look for a guy named Vincent. He'll be looking for you. You give him my envelope. He's going to give you an envelope sealed. Don't open it. Bring it back here to headquarters. If you do a good job, Jimmy, I'll make it worth your while. You screw this up, it's not going to end well for you. See you in a bit. Okay. Another botched acting from the prison 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago to a school weather forecast. Here we are back in the 1920s. A couple things I wanted to demonstrate for you. One is we're going to turn this into a black and white film noir film, kind of a gangster film from the 1920s. I want to show you how we do that. Sort of counterintuitive that we would do something in black and white, but we're doing it on a green screen. So obviously we're doing it in color. And the cool thing is we also have that color backdrop. So I want to show you that and show you, I've already produced that video for you to look at, how we did it. I'll walk you through. Then we come back, talk to you about what we're going to do for the next episode. So stay tuned. Take a look at how we did this. Okay, let's take a look at how we created this period piece movie set. It started in Bing.com, where I found this reference image of a 1920s era office. Something that looked a little bit like a mob office right out of a movie. Using that reference image in Midjourney, I added a search prompt that said 1940s mob gangster hideout, photorealistic, 8K, with an aspect ratio of 16:9. And I was given 4 choices. I went with this choice and upscaled it within Midjourney. From there I bounced into Gigapixel to do one final upscale to at least 3840 by 2160 or 4K. There are lots of free upscale options on the internet to do this same thing. Now into Photoshop, where I will first widen out the scene by cutting it into 2 halves and moving each half over so that I can use Photoshop's cool generative fill feature to fill in the middle. I want a wider image because the original seemed a little too narrow for what I envisioned the scene to look like when we shoot the scene. I then moved the whole image up a bit to build out the floor so that the desk on the right is not quite so low to the ground. Now I use Photoshop to do something really clever. I'm asking it to create a foreground object, a wooden door, on top of the room interior. This is especially clever because Photoshop is analyzing the room design and figuring out what the door should look like. I rasterize the door layer so that I can modify it by adding some windows, and the bottom layer is filled with green. At this point, I'm all set to begin creating in Jetset. I took a peek at what the final image might look like in black and white, but then just airdropped the color version to my iPhone for our movie scene in Jetset. We'll do the final conversion to black and white later on. Episode 75 might be a good refresher episode for bringing all this to life in the editing app of your choice. I'm guilty. Ultimately, we will convert the final scene to black and white after we edit in color. In fact, in my workflow, the color grading step usually happens last. And we're back. My smoking cigar, another horrible acting job, but you can see from my walkthrough, this is a fairly straightforward process to create something that's film noir, black and white, and I decided to go for the gangster look. I'll be back in just a few days, then I head over to Wales, and I'll be working this winter with some Welsh students, and we'll be doing a lot of Jetset. The young people are very excited to get going again and pick up where we left off last summer. So as I always say and beg, please subscribe. The channel is doing really well. We can't do it without your participation. Hello, my teacher friends at STN. I know we're talking a lot on the STN Facebook this week about virtual production. And to all of the subscribers, please continue to reach out to me. I'd love to see what you're doing with this amazing app. Take care. See you in a few days.